Alrighty guys, before we get started, head on over to store.streamelements.com/JLWgames to go check out our merchandise store. I truly appreciate it. We have some really cool merch items, including a Say No to Trims t-shirt. We also have mugs and beanies and a lot of stuff that you could think of. Link is in the description, and thanks so much guys for your support. What is up everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. Today we're back in the Challenge Park, and today we are going to try and finish everything up before opening, because we only have $2,500 left to spend. Therefore, we do need to kind of wrap things up and get started on getting the park open for our guests. So, we do have just a little bit on the right side here to finish up. I might add another shop or so, maybe. I'm thinking about maybe putting something over here. I'm not entirely sure just yet, or maybe I can actually place maybe like a diagonal building right here that connects with a path at right here, kind of connecting with this building. It kind of gives the buildings a little bit more variety and everything like that. So we might look into do something like that. And then I just need to kind of close up these edges, which we're going to use mostly for future expansion for the park. So like this area over here is going to lead over there. There's going to be a lot of space for development over here, but I want to make sure there's loose ends, dead ends, where there's nothing blocked. That way we can continue our paths kind of like in those directions. So I want to get I think I want to get another shop here, finish up this building, and then we're going to try and make this restroom look a little bit better. Maybe some more path elements and put up some fences or something on these edges, and honestly just kind of finish things up. And then of course the queue line and rest for the Ferris wheel. And then the last few things I do want to do, kind of finishing touches, is to have more advertising destinations for a lot of this. Obviously, for the shops to be really good, we need to have advertising destinations, even if we want to just kind of hide them around to try and get guests to the shops a lot more. I think that's going to be the last key thing to kind of get everything going. We do have 2 staff buildings, and I think we're going to kind of go in with our staffing and figure all that out. We need to make sure we have enough vendors, and then of course I need to make all the settings for the restaurant. So as for this episode, I'm not sure if we'll get to the opening, probably not. We'll probably open the park in the next episode, and then that's where the fun begins. So we're gonna go with that, and I think without further ado, let's get into the video and start building. Alright guys, we are back here, and you can see that I have $89.90. So we pretty much used up the entire budget for this build, and I'm pretty satisfied for right now. The one thing that I would love to do, maybe we can do it while we play, and I know that we'll get a lot of revenue at the very beginning because there will be all the guests coming in through the entrance, so we should be getting a little bit more revenue coming in. We can use that money to potentially get all of our planters in the little planting areas, because obviously they're blank right now, and I don't want to keep them that way. So I did keep them blank till the end because I wanted to make sure I got all of the buildings set and everything like that all built before we went in and did that. So, but as you can see, the park is basically ready to open at this point, and yeah, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are too, because there's a few rush jobs here a little bit, like the queue line and exit of this. I still think it turned out alright, you know, just trying to get those together. We're going to be updating the park throughout, so once we get some more funds, we will do some like general park improvements. Now, the one thing I do kind of want to do at this moment, since we do have $89, is I do want to try and put some more signs around the park, maybe to advertise some of the restaurants that are around the park, so that way we can maximize off of those and try and get the most profit possible at this point. So what we're going to do is just try and put in some like random signs just inside the park, maybe at like the exit here of the Ferris wheel or something, and we're just gonna put in some more shop signs to advertise some of the shops. Like here I wanted to advertise the Cosmic Cow milkshakes. Let's see, we can either use a shop sign or just like a normal sign. It doesn't have to be a shop sign. I'm just gonna see what options we do have here. Here they are. So I could put like one of these here, but I don't really like the looks of that. So we're just gonna go misc signs, maybe theme signs, and just put like little small things here, because these are only $5 each for each one. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna like see if I can maybe do a pointing sign here. So it's like pointing like ice cream this way. All right, and then we'll grab that and advertise the ice cream. So anytime they exit the ride, they will be able to see this sign that is advertising ice cream. So let's go ahead and change the color here to kind of match more of that ice cream color. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, oh gosh, okay. Hate it when I do stuff like that. I didn't mean to have that part of a building, but apparently I did, so we're going to fix that. And then we can put like another ice cream sign like somewhere towards the front of the park, maybe. That way we can direct guests on where the ice cream actually is. I kind of want to keep it low key. I mean, we can always hide it too, so like that way it's not showing, but we'll just put one right here, and we're just gonna reverse the arrow. It should already be set to Cosmic Cow, so boom, just like that. And you can see it's already set to it, so that's good. Do another sign. Let's do one for the churros. The churros need some love. And we'll do kind of a different color here. Churros. Let's do uppercase to really get their attention here. Alright, and then we'll go that and that. Get rid of that advertising destination because it is going to be for here. Alright, brilliant. So there's that one. Let's go ahead and do a few more here. Let's advertise here. Obviously, it's not going to be that one, so we're going to go Le NGT. Let's just do that. Make that one blue to match everything else. Could have some coffee signs. Or Street Fox Coffee. See, we got $64. Alright, I'd like to have... I think it'd be nice to have, like, just throughout the park, different ones. Like if they're right here, say, hey, coffee this way. Should change the color of this one. There we go. Now we have multiple signs for the coffee shop. Just a memento, I think, will be alright for now. They're gonna go right at the exit, and we got that already there. Same with this one's already got some advertising for it. I wonder if we can do the restaurant. That's one that we need to definitely do, because restaurants are very difficult sometimes to get to profits, but we're going to do our best to make sure we get those profits. So let's go ahead and advertise the restaurant as well. So we need a name for the restaurant. We can just call it like High Thrill Cafe. Sure, I don't know. It's just kind of like a generic name that I came up with. Alright, we can't add any more there. Alright, let's go there. We're just gonna call it the High Thrill Cafe. We don't have a sign for it yet. We'll get a fancy sign later on. Right now I just want to do advertising signs everywhere. Right, there's the High Thrill Cafe. And we'll put one on this side of the park too, just so we have plenty of advertising for it. Maybe towards the front, actually. Front of the park would be a nice one to have. Towards the front here. Right there, we're down to $44. We're gonna be in the negative as soon as we start. I know that for sure. That is gonna be a thing, but alright, we're just gonna need to make sure we have plenty here, okay? Oh, this is a good fence for advertising. That's for sure. Use that fence for some advertising. This is an advertising fence. Where did I put that G in there instead? When did I do that? I just now noticed that. You guys were probably shouting at me when I did do that. When I did make that sign. Okay, we got $34. I think that might do it for now. I don't know, I'm not sure. But as much as I'd like to get the park open, I think we should save that for next episode. I think that should be like the grand opening for episode 6. Will be the grand opening of the park, and we can get into it. I know you guys want to see it right away. I'm excited too, so I think we'll get into that fairly soon. I wanted to do a little bit more with this bathroom, but I didn't have a whole lot of funds, so for right now, that's going to be the bathroom. Let's just call this one Thrill Force. I don't know. We also need to test the wood coaster. I don't know, we'll just call it the Winland Comet. That seems like a nice classic coaster name. Do we have 2 trains on here yet? No, we don't. We need to add a second train. So block section, second train, there we go. That's the Windland Comet, and like we're not going to expand the park very fast. I think the first thing is I need to establish on how to earn money based on everything that we do have right here, and just go kind of from there. And then like once we get a little bit of money coming in, because we're gonna have a little bit of money as soon as the park opens, because there's gonna be guests pouring in, and all those hundreds or maybe 1,000 guests or so. That's gonna definitely be good for us. So let's go ahead and set some prices. As for the standard ticket, maybe we can get away with $30. I don't know if that's going to be too much. We'll have to wait and see. Family ticket, we'll do 20. Priority pass is 10 right now. I think we'll just keep that at 10. Maybe we can get away with like 12. I'm not sure. As for the restaurant, let's head in here and see if we can do anything. I might not be able to upgrade anything on this just yet, because the perks do cost money. So if I do a perk, it's going to cost me $100. So I can't really do that. Restaurant menu, though, we can change. And let's see, we got Planko menu. Let's go ahead and add a chief beef. And let's add some pizza in here, too. Some sides. Or extras, as it's called. We'll do Missy Good as well. Some nice donuts. And let's do Sugary Emporium as well. Okay. I'm not sure. That got us to 2 stars, so I'd like to at least be at 3 stars if possible. I know this is going to cost a lot of money to run, but if you don't have a lot of stars, you're not going to get a lot of people in there, so. Gulpy. Now, I know you don't have to include everything, but let's see, that puts us at, we're still at 2 stars. It's better than 1 star, I suppose, but we definitely want to have more in there in the end. So we can set that there for now, and hopefully we'll go back to these a little bit once we get that little bit of money coming in at the beginning. So Windland wheel, make sure everything's correctly placed here and all that fun stuff. So it's going to take a minute for guests to walk in as well, so I will be in the negative for a little bit until the guests start coming in, and then yeah, we'll have to go from there when that does all kind of transpire together. So we also need to make sure we have plenty of staff here. Looking at our staff here, no one's really happy right now, so let's go ahead and take a look real quick. I want to try and have a lot of this set up so we can just open by next episode. So we're just going to have all these kind of set up. He's probably wants a little bit more money, so we'll go to 90. I would definitely love to train, but they obviously can't train yet. Anyways, and we don't have enough money to do that anyway, so let's go ahead and see these guys. Their happiness isn't great, but let's go ahead and bump them up to 90 a month, because I know they're not usually very happy with the base pay that they do get. So let's go ahead and do that. 90 a month. And my next step is to get some actual shops inside of those shops there at some point. So 90 there. And 90 here. And our new person, 90 as well. Alright, and then up and here, everyone gets paid the same, or fairly. And then if we train them, of course we'll raise their pay a little bit more as well. So, alright, I already got you at 90, so I must have already done you, so okay. I think that's all of our vendors. So we got the vendors. That's all set and ready to go. Let's see, for staff-wise, let's go ahead and look at our staff. All we have, I believe, are vendors, so we need to figure out what is the most crucial ones here. I think we do need to obviously have some janitors to start off. I think 3 is a good number to cover pretty much all of the park. I'm thinking about doing some work rosters here. We do have 2 staff buildings, so there's a staff building here, and that can cover this left side, and then there's a staff building here, which can cover this right side. So we might do a work roster that contains everything on the right and left side. So let's go here, bathrooms, this building, these facilities, just like so. All right, that'll be good for you guys, and we'll just call it East. East roster, and then we'll create a West roster that will cover these shops over here. Just like so, and that ride. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. I know at some point I probably will. Oh, that's West, sorry. West, the West roster. There we go. And now we have that. So here's what we're gonna do for our janitors here. Gonna go ahead and click on a few of them. You're gonna make 7. We're also gonna give them a little bit of a pay bump, so they're also happy. Janitors don't cost too much, and we're gonna make you on the East roster. You're gonna be the West roster, and this guy's gonna be free roaming. So that should be good. That should cover everything, and we have an open guy that's free roaming that can cover anything that maybe doesn't get touched. So that'll be good for him, and we got their janitors. And now, should we do security guards? We could do a mechanic. I'm thinking about waiting on the mechanic just in case, because I know the rides aren't going to break down as much, so we might not need as many mechanics, because that's the way I have it set up. I'm not sure if we should have a security guard just yet. Maybe. They're just so expensive. Everything's just so expensive. So I just kind of want to have the essentials, because we are going to have to hire a few more vendors as well. So we can do one. Let's see, how many shops do we have on the side? 1, 2, 3. 3 shops. So I would say maybe, or actually we got more than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 shops. 2 or 3 vendors should hopefully be enough there on that side, and then probably 2 vendors on this side as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get them all hired up, and you're gonna be East roster, you're gonna be East roster, and these guys are gonna be the West roster. Right there, all right. Let's go ahead and make sure they're all making the same money. So they're happy. They're all going to make $90. It's going to cost quite a bit of money. I hope I can afford all these vendors, though, but hopefully the shops and facilities, the shops will make enough money, hopefully, to where we don't have to worry about that. That's my hopes and dreams right there. All right. As for Hats Fantastic work roster, you can set them straight to, so yeah, you can have them set to specific shops as well. I think we're going to have 2 that are just on the West, and then these other guys are going to have their primaries. That way these guys are basically the breakers. So like these are, they own these restaurants. Like these guys are those restaurants. But these guys are the ones that are going to be in the roster to give them their breaks. So that way when they're taking a break, they're taking over. So that's kind of my idea and how that's going to be scripted there. On all that. So we might actually, I might see about doing some more advertising destinations as well to advertise more things. Yeah, that's where it's going to be right now. I think we're going to make this Ferris wheel actually kind of more red than blue, just because I like red and it matches the aesthetic of the park. So for what I want, I guess. I mean, my aesthetic's not red in the park, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you don't know. Probably not. No, I don't even know what I'm saying, so. But anyways, the park is about ready to pretty much be opened up. We just have to make sure everything's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and open these up, and obviously this the Windland Comet has to test real quick with 2 trains, because it hasn't tested yet with 2 trains, so hopefully that will be good. And we'll be about ready to go, so yeah, let's go ahead and go in here. What is the exit speed? Have I adjusted all this? No, I haven't. exit speed there, and target speed. I think I adjusted these. Yeah, I did adjust that. So I'm trying to space out the trains in a more efficient way, efficient manner there. So let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do is I think we might push play. We are gonna go ahead and have the park open, but that way the guests can start walking up here. So we're going to end this episode on a negative note because we're going to be in the negative. Look at that. I pressed play and it instantly went negative the very second. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to give you guys a quick POV of the Winland Comet because you guys haven't rode it yet. So let's go ahead and do this, and because I have to wait for this to test anyways. So let's do that. Let's do front bumper for you guys. And here we go. You can see the guests coming in slowly but surely. We're going to have to make sure that it's enough money. The park is technically open now, but this ride's not going to be open until it tests, so we got to test it with 2 trains. So you can see how slow it's going through here. That's because I need to space out the trains so the ride doesn't stop at the top of the lift, because that's what we don't want. All right. As we head up the lift hill. And I think we should be able to get this open before the guests get to the entrance, because it is a little bit of a walk for them. And again, we can take out some loans if we really, really need to, but that's kind of just depends if we need to or not, so. All right, and here we go. I think everything's adjusted on here the way it needs to be, so hopefully it is. If not, we can change it later. The good thing is if I close a ride or anything, I don't have to worry about giving refunds to everyone, so that's the benefit of having everything at $0.00 inside the park. So like if a ride does break down or anything like that, the guests aren't going to need refunds because it was free to get in line. So that is one advantage we do have when operating the park with only having to pay for the fees at the beginning or at the front gate and not rides. I wanted to stay realistic, and I think I hope it's possible. I've never actually really tried it, so. And I know this is not the best paced ride, but it actually off-ride it looks very realistic when it comes to pacing and its speed, you know, and it just looks really good. And I think this coaster did turn out beautifully, by the way. I'm very, very happy with it. Very, very happy with it. All right. It did stop at the top of the lift, which is not ideal. It really shouldn't have, but hopefully. All right, so that's ready to open. You can see our first guests already up here. They already turned around, though. Yeah, they already think it's too expensive, don't they? Probably because the coaster's not open. If the coaster's not open, they won't pay the price. Yeah, we're at -400 already, and people already made it to the front. I'm not paying for that much for the standard ticket. Alright, so I think we're going to leave this off here for now, because now that the coaster's open, hopefully they'll pay the price now. That's what I'm hoping, but alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. When we come back, we will get into the park being open, and I'm excited for that to happen. I know you guys are too, because we need money really badly because we're at -$462. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye. Alrighty guys, if you guys like energy drinks and really awesome energy drinks, be sure to check out our sponsor today, Dubby. Link in the description. I personally like the Push and Punch. It's one of my favorites. And then once you get to checkout, just use code JLW Games and you'll get 10% off of your purchase. And that's not just the first time. You'll get 10% off every time you order from Dubby if you use my code JLW Games.